You found the Sharks Broadcast podcast. Subscribe, and if you like what you hear, give us a 5-star rating.
About an hour and a half away from your very first code word, Spring into Cash with Sarah and A-Train. Your chance to win $10,000. Woohoo! 1,000, 5,000. We got $1,000 winners all over the place. $5,000. $10,000 could be yours. We've got a code word coming up at 8.
Yeah, if you're visual like I am, which always helps when you're on the radio, I don't know, it's kind of it's counterintuitive, but I just picture, I guess, yeah, this would be visual because I just picture that Wheel of Fortune that's spinning. What word will be the $5,000 word? What word will be the $10,000 word? These words were some serious dough.
You speak the truth, my friend.
And they're not that tough. We don't have like chrysanthemum or encyclopedia or anything
no big
like
words
that.
like that.
And I honestly, I got to talk to our board of contest people. But, you know, if you have a different kind of way to spell things, if you put the I before the E, I don't think you're going to get that penalized. Really?
Yeah, no.
Come on.
And the more chances, the more times you enter, the more chances you have to win. So there you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of talking to people, TC, we're going to be talking to him later on in the show, as we do every Friday. And you said that there's something that I should really bring up.
Yes,
with him.
This, you know, is not the hard-hitting sports thing, but this is an incredible.
I never give him hard-hitting sports questions. All I want to know about is, you know, when can I come over and hang with him and his wife? How Jim Rice is doing, you know.
It's funny because Jim Rice is very much involved with this story. Jerry Remy, huge confession, you know, revelation, as it were. Jerry Remy, between the ages of, 4 years old and, say, 13 years old, his hobby, his craft, his thing was to be a tap dancer. Loved tap. And he said once he got, 12, 13 years old, he wasn't as proud of it as he was when he was a kid, but he's quite good. He put on recitals. The most nervous he's ever been is for his recitals of his tap. But sure enough, his grandmother used to make him little tuxedos. And,
how cute!
He had like a gold lame tuxedo thing with the cane and the top hat.
I did not know that about him.
I never knew. And he swears, and it's true, because you train your brain to do these athletic things like that. He said it really helped him become an infielder and with the footwork of turning double plays and stuff. Yeah. He always had an advantage, he thought, with his footwork.
Living life by the eights. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a very famous dancer, Savion Glover.
Oh.
And I first saw him actually on Sesame Street. I think Colin and I, when Colin was small, were watching Sesame Street. And I'm like, whoa, check out this guy. He is an amazing tap dancer and dancer in general,
Yeah.
So, and he's a young, good-looking guy, you know, so Jerry shouldn't be, ashamed of that or embarrassed by that.
Well, yeah, it's just, and sure enough, Jim Rice, Jim Rice, he's a happy guy.
He is a happy guy.
You don't really see him laughing that much or that hard. I've never seen him like this because Remy did some old soft shoe moves. I thought Rice was going to fall over. I've never seen him like that. It was so funny to see. There's been quite a week of Jerry Remy, the tap dancing king.
Oh, that's awesome. We'll have to Ask TC about that. He's coming up at about 8:30 this morning. Bring you down on a Friday is what I want to know. It's a Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. It's 7:14.
We got the brain strain going on. Friday, lie day, huh? A little lying brain strain for you today. There's no doubt about it. People love the Kittery Trading Post gift cards. No lie there. They're an outdoor tradition since 1938. Route 1 in Kittery and KitteryTradingPost.com. So it's a lie-based brain strain today. The most common lie that we New Englanders tell our doctors is this. The most common lie.
Well, I would say weight, but we can't lie about that because they weigh us.
Get you right on the scale there. Yeah.
God, I hate that. Don't you?
That's what it's all about.
They're so cheery. They're so not. Let's just get you right on the scale. Let's just pop you right on the scale there, hon.
They're if I have a loss of even 3 to 5 pounds, they're like, hey, all right, and then when I don't, and that silence, I just go, ooh. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, the most common lie that we tell our doctors here in New England, it's this. What is it?
877-45-SHARK. That's 877-457-4275. Give it a shot. If you get the answer that we're looking for, you win a gift certificate to Kittery Trading Post. Loverboy working for the weekend. Coming up next on The Shark. Morning show with Sarah and A-Train. It's 7:28. It's Friday.
Oh, yes. And closing down to springing in cash, counting down to springing into cash here, top of the hour, code word number 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. And we were just talking about the Shark app off the air, and I know it's brain strain time, and we'll get to that in 1 second. But the Shark app is so easy, and it's user friendly, and it'll remind you about these code words. Who couldn't use $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000?
Yeah,
for whatever.
We get in the middle of our day, and we get busy, and then all of a sudden, bloop, there we go, little alert on there telling you that. And sure enough, it works like clockwork. Mm-hmm. Here comes the code word. Put that in.
Yep.
We want you to win.
We totally
want you
do.
to win so bad.
Time now for the brain strain. Your chance to win a Kittery Trading Post gift certificate. Another valuable prize. We're just givers here at the Shark, you know?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Man, just prizes everywhere.
Your question for today, Train?
Yeah, we're lying today. The most common lie that we New Englanders tell our doctors is this. What is it?
Johnny C.
Oh. Johnny C. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. Good morning. Go ahead.
Johnny C. And he's got it. He's pretty confident. How much you drink?
Oh, Johnny C.
Oh.
It's drinking the booze.
Yeah, baby.
Way to go, Johnny C.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, because she asked me to the Super Bowl, the Pats are playing, how many I had. I don't lie. I only had 3 6-packs.
Hey, there we go.
Johnny C.
You got to give the liver a workout every once in a
I never
while.
felt so confident in any of my victories.
Hey, very good.
Well, you are exactly right, Johnny. Good for you.
Now, the new diet, Sarah, you're not drinking probably much, right? Because I'm on a diet, but the beer is tough to give up.
It is. Yeah. Well, I was never a beer drinker, and between you and me, the vodka is easier to digest and doesn't really show up on the scale as much. So, you know.
So it's good for you? I'll take your word of advice.
I didn't say it was good for you. Anyway, Johnny C., you hang on just for 1 sec.
There we go. Yeah, I was kind of
not advocating chugging the vodka.
Well, they claim, right? I've heard that the clearer liquors are more
yes. I mean, now that we're on the subject,
healthful?
Yes. It's not really healthful.
Oh, okay.
It's just that they are... they don't have as much... Like beer, it's got hops, right?
Oh, yes.
And it's got wheat and barley and, all these things that have a lot of things that stick to you. Mm-hmm. That stuff sticks to you. And, of course, wine turns into sugar. So does any kind of alcohol. It just turns to sugar. But a clear, they do say that a clear spirit, shall we say, goes right through you.
Right.
And that it does.
The thing is with
the morning after.
Vodka lately, I always thought it was potato based and everything, and now it's wheat and corn and all this. They make it out of all this stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, congratulations, Johnny C. We've got Queen and Eddie Money on the way next on the Shark. Win. Not that this is a gambling thing, but who isn't in the mood to win cash?
Yeah. Again, every one of these spring into cash code words, you almost think about it like, when you do the old 50-50 tickets, and like every ticket that you put in the box, it's just you have that much better of a chance. It's just kind of like that.
True.
Every code word greatly increases the chances that you're going to be the one.
True. It's an amazing thing. It's very exciting. Coming up just after 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to be speaking with Governor Sununu, asking him about the mask mandate. And also, the state of New Hampshire is suing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts based on the income tax. There were people that, thousands of people. And 93 South proves thousands of people. And the Everett Turnpike going from New Hampshire into Massachusetts commute from the 603 to Mass.
Yeah.
So
this is
they're still taking income tax out of the paychecks, and that's unconstitutional, so says New Hampshire.
This might be something that, hundreds of years from now, people will look back on this case, just for interstate, money flowing situations here. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they rule and what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's personally going to affect me, so I'm going to ask him about that and see if there's any movement. The case is in front of the Supreme Court right now,
Mm-hmm.
so let's see. Let's hope about that. That's coming up just after 8 o'clock. Also on the way, we got Prince and U2. It's the Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. Welcome to your Friday. Coming up in just a few minutes, another chance for you to win cash up to $10,000 could be yours. Very exciting things happening. We give you 10 shots each and every day. Something happened to me yesterday, Train, and I thought of you, and I had to ask you about it.
Okay.
First of all, there's a survey that was done, the things that make you the happiest. There are simple pleasures in life that make people happy. Well, there's a few: doing exercise, finishing a good book, watching a favorite movie, a nice dinner, listening to your favorite songs is number one, which made me happy, right?
You're welcome, Shark Nation, for all these amazing classic hits.
But there's another one that I thought was very interesting. Spotting a bird that you've never seen before. Guess what happened to me yesterday?
What happened? I got to put on my Forest Ranger train hat for this, I think.
I saw 3 birds that I have seen before.
Okay.
I mean, they are birds that I've seen. There was one that I didn't recognize, but maybe a purple finch, I think, was kind of flying around. But I don't see purple finches very often.
Yeah, they're very rare. Cool. So you saw 3 birds. I thought you were going to go into...
But there's a punchline. 3 birds that looked at me.
Okay.
They looked at me.
Oh, all right.
And there were 3 of them.
I
want to get my Native American friends on the horn here and talk to them because that's got to be significant.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool. You get eye contact. Usually you get that only with deer, early in the morning when they're looking at you. But from a bird, they generally fly away before they even have any kind of eye contact.
I think it was a purple finch. There was one out back here at the radio station because we have that nest, which is a robin's nest, but it wasn't a robin.
Okay.
It was like a purple finch or something. There's some bird I didn't recognize was standing there looking at me from outside in through the door. I was looking at this bird.
Yeah.
And, they didn't look at me long, but definite eye contact. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. What a pretty bird. Okay. So then I go home and I see a robin in my front lawn.
Yep.
The robin is walking around like, picking at the ground or whatever, trying to find worms or whatever. That robin looked at me, made eye contact, and didn't fly away, just kind of turned around and start, how they sprint and then they stop. They sprint and then they stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was doing that yesterday. Okay.
This is weird that they're looking right directly at you.
It's bizarre. Yeah. I'm telling you. And then I went inside my house and a blue jay came to my backyard, and I have I have a deck, and it's got a fence around it, and it landed on one of the deck posts, and it sat there and stared at me. I'm like, what is it with the birds?
Oh, that's so strange. Yeah,
it's very strange because if you see a dead bird in your path, that's bad. That's bad news.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Wow.
I don't know. I guess
spotting
I'm
a bird that you've never seen before. I was surprised to see that on the list, though. That's what Americans love to see. It just shows that people love the birds, and I'm all for nature. So I love to see that. That's very common for Americans to love seeing new birds.
Yeah, I would really love to figure out what it means when 3 different type of birds look at you in the eye.
I was going to say...
does that mean that I'm going to hit the 10 grand? I'm not eligible.
the reggae icon, Bob Marley with the 3 little birds. Maybe that means that every little thing's going to be all right.
Drop the mic. Oh, my goodness. I think you might be right. I think I'm going to play 3 Little Birds right now. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
I got to get it from the library here. Hang on just 1 second. I think you're right, Train.
Yeah.
That might be right.
I bet you that was a house finch that looked at you first, too. That was my guess. Because purple finches are way up north.
All right. I think I'm going to cry. Governor Chris Sununu on the phone with us, and he wants to have a small reminder. He did lift the mask mandate yesterday, and you want to remind people of something, Governor?
Just as a small reminder, businesses can still do what they want. People, of course, we encourage them to do what they want. But the state, mandating it from above, from, Pittsburgh to Nashua is a very different story. And so we appreciate everyone kind of working through that. But we're there. We've dropped the fatality rate 95% in just the past couple months. Vaccines are going out faster than anywhere in the country. And there's just a lot to be proud of. And we can move on with a lot of the flexibilities that we've been waiting for. That's all.
Governor, I'm a huge fan of Vinny. Whoever the programmers were for the Vinny setup, could you please give them all of the Kittery Trading Post gift cards that we have on hand?
No, they've done a phenomenal job behind the scenes. As you know, the federal system we tried early on just stunk. I mean, it was such a junker.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the trash bin is that we're going to throw that thing in, but it's not big enough, put it that way. But Vinny came in and saved the day. It's been very flexible, and it's allowed a lot of folks to move up. And we tell people all the time, go back on, because we're always adding in more appointments.
Yeah.
So go back on and move yourself up.
I also think that, I don't know, you have a cheerleader for the National Guard, because I'm telling you, they are so happy and so nice.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Every one of them, they're like, and the police officers that are there, they're like, hey, hi, how you doing? They make it a pleasant experience, really.
Early on, like 4 years ago when I first became governor, it seems like a lifetime ago, one thing I said was customer service, right?
Oh.
Government has to get back to customer service. And it was a little bit what I brought in the private sector, running Waterville Valley, when my job was to make sure that the list ran on time,
Yep.
the cheeseburgers were warm, and all that sort of thing. And so we just want to do our best. It's not easy, but do our best, and they emulate that. You just can't say thank you enough. It's just been phenomenal, and it's been, like I said, a model for the entire country.
So, Governor, I want to ask you, the state of New Hampshire is suing the 617, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Any movement on that?
Are they the 617? Are they the 781? Are they the 50? They don't even know who they are down there. My goodness.
What's going on with that?
Well, we're waiting to see the Supreme Court in the next couple weeks. It's really taken a lot longer than we thought, but the Supreme Court in the next couple weeks will decide whether they want to hear the case. Now, we think they will, because more than a dozen other states are joining us. They're kind of because it's not just a income tax issue between us. Other states that even have income taxes, they're kind of so greedy about their income taxes. They're having the same issues. New York and New Jersey are battling it out, in Pennsylvania.
Oh, right.
So every state kind of has an interest in this concept of, look, if you're living and working in your home state, even though you might be working for a company out of state, should be subject to those taxes, or in the case of New Hampshire, lack of taxes.
Right.
And it is a lot. I mean, it's 5-6%, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot.
I think getting a 5 or 6% raise all of a sudden because you can now work remotely.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That is terrific. We just want to protect that. And so we'll find out in the next, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, whether they take the case up. But we still feel very, very confident.
Well, it's personally going to affect me, because my husband, we live in New Hampshire and he works in Massachusetts. So it would be I can't wait to get that check. If this goes through and we win, to get all that money back for all the months that he stayed home to work. That would be awesome.
Well, you're going to have to get that check from the state of Massachusetts, and it's going to take the jaws of life to pry it out of there. Probably. My goodness. I don't even know what's going to happen with that. And again, obviously, if they've been inappropriately collecting taxes, they're going to have to kind of be held to that. But we're just trying to win the case. The first step is let's win the case.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out how folks can recoup some of their money back.
I got a quick one, Governor. So this week, you talked to David Muir, World News Tonight. You got Dr. Fauci, and then, of course, Sarah and A-Train. Who's your favorite?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let me tell you, David Muir and Dr. Fauci, they don't know the lyrics to Def Leppard songs, but you do. They don't have
warm
a 603
feeling inside.
area code. They don't have a 603 area code, but you do. I don't think I trust anybody without a 603 area code, to be very frank about it.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, I think we got our answer there,
Yep.
Train.
I love it.
All right. Thank you so much, Governor Chris Sununu, ladies and gentlemen.
You bet.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
All right.
Hey, be safe, everybody.
All
Thank you so much.
Who are you? Who are you?
We're the Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. It is time to play Who Are You? It's a fun game. You pick a celebrity, give the other person 3 or more clues, try to figure out who that celebrity is. All this week, it's tax week, so I figured it'd be kind of fun to do big stars who've had big problems with their taxes. This celebrity, she... back in 2010, had a tax lien filed against her for $1.7 million in unpaid taxes.
Oh, boy.
She is Canadian, West Coast Canadian.
Alanis Morissette.
No, it's not Alanis.
Celine Dion.
She's born British Columbia. And she first came into fame on the TV show Home Improvement in 1991. She then left for the shores of Malibu just a year later to become probably one of the most famous women on the entire planet because it became syndicated worldwide. Very popular show. The most popular show in the entire world from 1992 to 1997. She was the star.
She must have been on Sex and the City?
Nope. I got a good one, though. I love this clue, Sarah. So the receptionist on...
Oh, Pam.
Yeah.
Is it Pam?
No. Well, if she went through with her marriage to Roy, her name would have been this name. So Pam is correct. What's the last name of Roy?
I don't know.
Okay, it was kind of a funny thing.
It's a woman named Pam who's Canadian.
She played Barb Wire back in the 90s. That was her big movie where she had, she's Canadian. And
her name is Pam.
Baywatch was the show.
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Canadian. I keep forgetting. She seems as American as apple pie. That's why I just didn't. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's not why.
Yeah, Vancouver area is kind of LA like. It's like almost like LA North.
Oh,
yeah.
No kidding.
Yep.
All right, Pam Anderson.
Yeah,
there you go.
1.7 million.
Woo! Tax evasion. I would not doubt that. Anyway, we could go on about Pam Anderson, but you can talk amongst yourselves about Pam. Right now, we have a birthday. Very special birthday today. He is one of our favorite individuals on the planet, born upon this day in Nashville, Tennessee. I never knew that.
Oh.
I never knew he was born in Nashville, Tennessee. This guy has had one job his whole life. Just one. He was born to do it. He's never done anything else. He'll do it until he dies. After he retires, he's going to find something else. It's very, very similar, and he's going to do that.
Huh.
But my guess is that he's going to die on the football field.
Oh. Tom Brady wasn't born in Nashville.
No,
right?
April 16th, 1952. This guy was born.
Wow. Football player for real.
Well, I didn't say he was a player.
Okay. Oh, is it it's not Al Michaels, the broadcaster?
Nope.
No. Oh.
This guy lives, eats, breathes football. Everything is football.
He is
Everything.
the foremost football person
yes.
in the world.
He was born. He popped out of his mama's womb, same thing, and said, "Okay, let's go. Let's go."
It's not Bill Belichick.
It is Bill Belichick.
Oh, he was born in Nashville. I had no idea.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was born in
Imagine him
Nashville.
singing a country song. That'd be unbelievable. Wow. I got a pickup truck. I have ice cold beer. I have ice cold beer and a pickup truck. Maybe he'd be a good country singer.
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, no.
I like my dog. His name's Nike.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But yeah, he's been a coach since the day he was born.
Yeah.
So there you go. Happy
Nashville.
birthday.
Nashville. Nashville Bill.
Nashville Bill. Exactly. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you, too. We've got Tom Karen coming up next. Our Everything Boston Sports Insider on the way. It's the Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. It's Friday, 8:45. At about this time, we talk to our friend TC.
Yeah, our Boston Sports Insider, TC.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so Train tells me that Jim Rice was in tears, rolling around laughing at Jerry Remy and his tap dancing skills.
My man can dance. That's how he got his happy little feet, his quick feet around second base.
All right, okay.
You got to go on my Instagram, really TC, and you got to see the picture I posted of him as a kid. He's in a gold suit with a top hat and a cane. He's got the whole thing going.
All right.
So, TC, you're going to think that I'm bandwagoning. I'm telling you, one of the things I was going to say last week, I swear, I say, you know who's my guy? Christian Arroyo. He's my guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's my guy. No, I was
Arroyo.
see now. That's because you guys didn't pay attention last year. If you watched any of the Red Sox last September, I was yelling about this guy nonstop. He was the 25th pick in the draft.
Wow.
This guy was a legitimate blue chip. And, he got called up at 21 years old. So, in baseball, if you don't perform right away, they can move on quickly. Had a wrist injury. But this guy, San Francisco traded him to Tampa Bay in the Evan Longoria deal. He was traded, in one of the deals for one of the best players in the game.
Yep.
So the guy, and now you look, he's getting a chance to finally play. Guy's only 25 years old. He's just a little bit older than Devers. So that's a good call. Christian Arroyo is a guy who is finally getting a chance and could end up being their everyday second baseman. He's playing great.
It just proves you can be like intensely competitive and be a nice guy and a great teammate. He's got that blend perfect, you know?
Yeah, and he's a grinder. You know, he's I've been quoting a friend who's a coach. He's actually a New Hampshire guy. Sean Griffin was a longtime soccer coach at Plymouth State, and he has a great line. Says you need piano players and piano movers. You know, not everybody is the superstar. Sometimes you need the tough guys who can move things along. And Arroyo grinds out every at bat. Really good defensively, so that's a good call, A-Train. I like what
very
you
nice.
say.
You know what I like, too? Talk about Nesson going into overdrive. Last 3 days, you got 4 Red Sox games and 2 Bruins games. Give me that.
Yeah, we've been busy. Been a lot of people stumbling all over each other at the television center, but it's a blast this time of year. You know, usually by now you're getting into the hockey playoffs, and those go, you know, to the national networks and work it now because the season's going later, and the Bruins play like every other day.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. Again tonight, they play the Islanders again tonight. You've got game 1 at Fenway, although we'll see if the weather holds out for that because you can't play in the driving. At least it's not snowing in Boston.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness for that. So I just went to your Instagram, Really TC, and this picture of Jerry is the cutest. He's got a little hat. He's got a shiny jacket, some shiny shoes, little pinstripe pants.
And the great thing is, if you look at the comments, our friend who we like to talk about, Joseph Baboon, weighs in and says, great fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Look at the design
hey.
of Joseph
Thumbs up
Baboon.
from Joseph Baboon.
That's
Nice.
right. That's right. All right, TC. Well, thank you so much. As always, a pleasure to have you on the show. And we hope to see you in the 603 very soon.
Green will be the hot color on your radio.